economy has become the main reason why many consumers today are looking to get a new vehicle. Everybody is looking to upgrade from their current gas-guzzling car and into something that would save them a lot more money at the pump. Now, hybrids have often been that vehicle of choice for years. However, Volkswagen has something different for you. What I have behind me is a 2010 Jetta TDI. It's one that they're hoping will appeal to the driving enthusiasts out there. Now, until 2013, Volkswagen has always never wanted to get on the hybrid train. Their TDI is supposed to offer that alternative fuel vehicle that will appeal to the driving enthusiast and the fuel-conscious consumer. So let's take a look and see what are the reasons why you would choose a diesel over a hybrid today. Now, the Volkswagen Jetta is the company's most popular and best-selling model in the United States. It competes in the highly competitive compact car segment with the likes of the Honda Civic, the Toyota Corolla, the Hyundai Elantra, the Ford Focus, etc. Now, until the MK6 generation or Mark 6 generation came out, this 2010 model, the MK5, kind of competed in a market above the regular compacts. It was kind of like a semi-premium compact, and it was a very good seller for the brand, a really hot seller. It really appealed to the Volkswagen enthusiasts and just the regular consumer. Now, like the Honda Civic, for example, it's available with 3 different powertrains. What I have is the TDI model. That's the fuel-efficient model. It competes with the likes of the Honda Civic Hybrid. There's also a base 2.5 5-cylinder and the GLI and Wolfsburg edition that have the 2-liter turbo, Volkswagen's corporate TSI motor. Now, the TDI has 2 different trims for 2010. There's the TDI, like this one, and then there's this special limited production TDI Cup edition. I'd love to show you that one, as that one's kind of like a GLI version with the TDI engine in it. But however, this one, the 2010 model, marks the last year of the MK5. 2011 is when Volkswagen redesigned the vehicle. And you can see the styling has actually aged pretty well. It's a little on the bland side, but it looks very, Volkswagen-like. This one has the upgraded 17-inch 5-spoke wheels. I actually like the wheels a lot. They're very simple, easy to clean. It also has the moonroof. In terms of the front styling, I kind of wish it had fog lights. It does look a little bit dated. I do like Volkswagen's newer front-end design on the current Jetta. However, I like the rear end design of this particular model as well. You can see in terms of the size, it sits right in the same size, I believe, as like a Civic or a Corolla. This one even has the deck lid spoiler on the back. It's a very clean, just simple and conservative design, typical German. Now, looking at the interior, this one does have your black leatherette interior, and it's a very nice upscale design. Stepping in, you don't have to duck your head all that much just because this vehicle doesn't really have a low roof. It does have just the standard Volkswagen key. This one doesn't have the smart access system or anything like that. You can see this instrument panel and the touchscreen radio was actually new for 2010. And you can see the diesel engine just starts up just like a gas engine. It starts really quickly. The only time where I did notice it took a little bit longer to start was during a cold start. It takes a little bit longer. Diesels are typically like that. Now, the interior of this Jetta is very upscale compared to the current generation. You can see here it's got a soft touch dash material, this faux carbon fiber look black plastic trim. Like I said, the new touchscreen radio is new for 2010, same with the new climate controls. This one has Volkswagen's DSG transmission. Although the interior here is very upscale, like for example, soft touch materials here, I do notice a couple things. This plastic here is very older Volkswagen. The 2010 GTI definitely feels different than that's the one that Jackson has. You can see here, there's a little bit of fitment issues here. I've seen this a lot in the MK5 Jettas, just doesn't fit properly really there. And then it's very creaky. I imagine this probably might get a little bit creaky as the miles go on, as the vehicle ages, but overall, despite this plasticky center stack, everything else is pretty nice. Coming to the door panels here, it is soft touch right here. Nice alloy door handle. You have leatherette right here, padded where your elbows are going to rest. All 4 of the windows are automatic up down. Very nice. Usually the compact car segment does not give you that. The steering wheel is also new for 2010. This is their newer Volkswagen steering wheel. You got your steering wheel controls. It tilts and telescopes. It's got a nice bolstering extension here. Very nice stitching. No paddles on the wheel, however. You're going to only have to deal with the manual mode here. You can see here a little bit of a storage compartment there. Cup holders right here as well. You do have your sliding and adjusting armrest right here with an auxiliary port in there. Somewhat of a small storage, but keep in mind the 2011 and 12 models did not have this sliding armrest. 2013 Volkswagen started putting it back. Coming to the glove compartment here, it is lined with felt. It's damped, it's pretty decent size. The one thing this vehicle does not have that I had trouble, that I can't find, and I looked for it, is Volkswagen's MDI connector for their iPod integration. This one for some reason doesn't have it. It must be a separate option, although it does have the Bluetooth option as well. Now coming to the rear seat of the Jetta, it's a little bit on the smaller side for the class. I believe the Honda Civic gives you a little bit more, or the current Jetta is now the largest in the class. You get rear air vents back here. That's what the new Jetta does not have. You have even a regular household power outlet right there, so that's pretty nice. You have dual map pockets as well. You have very nice comfortable seats with an armrest right here. The seats do split, fold 60/40, and then looking at the door panels in the back, they've carried over its soft touch materials, essentially the same materials from the front seats, so it's a very nice interior in here. Now coming to the trunk of the Jetta has always had a very large trunk. This one measures about 16 cubic feet, about 2 more than what the competition offers. You got your struts, so no gooseneck hinges that crush your cargo. It's even lined at the top right here. Very nicely finished trunk and very high quality. Now looking under the hood, this is where you'll find a unique engine in the Jetta class. This is their Volkswagen's corporate 2-liter TDI turbo diesel engine. TDI stands for turbocharged direct injection. A diesel engine does not have spark plugs. It has direct fuel injection. It has a turbo. Here are the numbers: 140 horsepower and 236 foot-pounds of torque. That torque number is really what's impressive. Up significantly from the previous 1.9-liter turbo diesel, which only made a paltry 100 horsepower, 177 foot-pounds of torque. Paired with the 6-speed DSG, fuel economy numbers are about 30 city and 42 on the highway, but expect to get, closer to 50 on the highway. So let's take a look at how this vehicle drives. Alright, so for those of you buyers out there who are in the market for something more fuel efficient but would never drive a hybrid, let's take a look at how this TDI Jetta drives. What I did notice is if you drive another DSG Volkswagen like the GTI, Volkswagen requires you to put your foot on the brake when you start the car, but this car doesn't require it. Now, compared to the previous generation, or the current generation Jetta, this one is the one that had that more premium feel, and you can definitely feel it as soon as you get into the cabin. Like I said, the materials in here are just a lot more upscale. Now, driving the TDI Jetta is definitely a very pleasant experience. If you guys are driving enthusiasts, you'll pretty much love the fact that Volkswagen offers this car to you, because, compared to hybrids, this thing just drives so much more quickly, and it's so much more fun to drive. And now the visibility in here is quite good. This is a Jetta. I mean, it essentially drives just like a Jetta. The ride quality is actually really good as well. And now this one does have Volkswagen's 6-speed DSG transmission. And let me tell you, every Volkswagen Audi product that I drive that has this transmission is just fantastic. The shifts are just lightning quick, they're smooth. The vehicle actually gets better gas mileage with the DSG. It's just, for me, I think if I was going to get the TDI, I probably would go with the DSG instead of the 6-speed manual, just because I've read that the 6 speeds clutch and shifter are not the best in terms of driving it every day in traffic, so the DSG is probably the way I would go. Now, the ride quality in this car is really impressive. This car just exudes premium, compact car, and it feels very special. The current Jetta for 2011 didn't feel very special. The 13 updates have helped the car a little bit, but this is the one that just really is very special. There's no paddle shifters on the steering wheel, unfortunately. You either get your D or your S mode here, and then there's a little manual mode, which, because this is a DSG, it's pretty good at blipping the throttle. You can see the torque curve on this thing is just impressive. This thing will literally put a smile on your face. At the same time, you'll be getting, mid-40s miles per gallon on the highway. Now, in terms of the seats, they're very comfortable. I wouldn't hesitate to take this car, on a long trip. And what's funny is these are Volkswagen's VTEX leatherette seating. It's faux leather, but it feels just like real leather. They're very supportive. They're comfortable. The noise levels in here, though, while the engine is very quiet and smooth, it almost does feel like a gas engine. There are times where it kind of gives it away as it is a diesel. There's a little bit more vibration in the steering. Speaking of the steering, by the way, it's very precise. This is not the watered down, 2011 Jetta. You can see here, if you're looking to pass somebody, the DSG will give that to you and more. This is just one really fun car. I'm very impressed. I mean, vehicles like this make me glad that they exist. I mean, it makes me question, why would I buy a hybrid when I can just get this turbo diesel powertrain? It makes me sad because I wish that, you know, diesels were more popular in the US. It's my personal goal to change that. I really think that diesels are really, they should really be the, you know, the alternative fuel source of choice if you're looking to save some money on your gas bill. Now this one does have the 17-inch wheels, but the turning radius is surprisingly really tight. This is a Jetta after all still. I mean, 0 to 60 times are about 8.5 seconds for this car, but with that 236 foot-pounds of torque, it feels a lot quicker than that. And you really can't, you know, just tell from a video. You really just need to drive the TDI yourself. So if you guys are in the market for an alternative fuel source car, and you really are sick of hybrids, you think they're too dull and boring to drive, take a TDI German car out for a drive. You'll be really impressed, and still getting 45 miles to the gallon, maybe even 50. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you all later.